All right, all right. Hello, everyone. Welcome in to TBI League Week 5. We are playing Tachanka's Disciples versus Kirkaholics today. Let's move over to the map veto. As you can see, we're going to be playing Consulate and Clubhouse today. Consulate is going to be first picked by Tachanka's Disciples, and then we're going to be seeing Clubhouse right after. We should be getting into our game soon. I am unfortunately all alone today in the casting booth. So we're gonna make it work. That's the best we can do. And we should have everybody readying up in 1 second here. Just gotta hang out just a little bit longer. But with this coming on, I don't think we've actually seen Consulate picked too often in the games, or at least none of the games I've casted. I don't remember a Consulate match being in. So it'll at least be an interesting map that we haven't seen too often in TBI League. But Clubhouse is going to be pretty standard. I don't expect anything super crazy out of that. Everyone's going to be used to Clubhouse games. And we'll have to see what these teams come up with. We will begin our match. So let's move over to the game screen. Right. Apologies for the black screen for a moment, but we are live. Everything is alive. Perfect. All right. Doing this all on my own, guys. I'm sorry. Anyways, Tachanka's Disciples versus Kirkaholics. Here we go. First ban phase. Yesterday's game, we saw a ton of shield bans, but that's mainly because Sushi was a huge shield player, so we saw a lot of target banning there. I know shields even in general can be annoying, as we get the Blackbeard gone right away, followed up with the Mira. Again, very rarely do we see Mira allowed to be up. So, just a very standard ban right now. Coming up for our second ban set. This is Consulate, so I'm not really sure what the options are. We see Grim banned, actually, and the Clash. That's probably to try to deny some of those fast plants you can do, especially onto that top floor window. Make it so it's just harder to spot whenever a defender has to try to retake or fight off any sort of plant attempts. All right. With that, we should be getting into the map. Loading up right now.
Attackers need to
It'll be quite fun. You guys will have to give me a second as I refamiliarize myself with the observer controls. Haven't done observing in too recently. But as you can see, we're actually playing the top yellow wall soft. We can see all the way through. This helps to just give a couple more lines of sight right across this roof area where defenders, or at least attackers, typically might want to enter. There's going to be a lot more cutoffs here, so people can't just easily hop into the window here by the stairs.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
My callouts definitely are a little bit slow on Consulate. Again, it's been a little bit. We see Tyler on the Deimos. He's actually on the opposite side of his team right now, being a little bit careful of these runouts. I don't think anyone is quite there right now. We see Paladin pushing towards this admin and office side. Ooh. We got the window repel, but Tyler backing off of it. A lot of patients coming in from attack trying to pressure through. Make sure to drone everything here. Desk is clear. Do we see all the way down to the hallway? We only see the shield player. I believe that is Archangel. But it is Cax playing the long shield here. Flora's coming in to get not get rid of the shield. I'm actually surprised by that. Gonna see some activity here and just all of the drones getting shot down. Paladin trying to make something work. Bro Chill pushing up as well. Two Beers knows that there's that shield. They have not been able to clear it at all. Cover here from the teams really working out. Paladin holding a pixel while Zombie's getting targeted. Tyler's looking for her, trying to find the angles. Don't think quite going to find it, as a Zombie has to back off right now. Cax is taking a bit of a fight. I think that shield has finally gone down, but he's hiding by the vending stairs. Drones coming in. Don't think they've spotted Cax playing just behind the vending machine as Archangel's been shooting them all down. Silent. Everyone else is trying to push forward here. They're not quite getting the fight that they want. We're gonna be seeing a push coming in really soon. Oh, meanwhile, Cax picking up one, gets flashed. And we see Mexican Stealth with the second kill. It's actually all of the attack falling apart right now. We get a flash. We see... Oh no, Silent on a single bullet right now, trying to knock out Cax. Finally, we take them out, but meanwhile, Tyler goes down to Archangel, and it's all up to Bro Chill and Silent to try to make something happen here. Just pushing in wherever they can, and Silent getting one while Archangel gets Bro Chill. Silent gets a second! He's on a triple, but he's gonna get shut down by Gib. That is first round to defense. And we move over to round 2. Which is going to be played in the basement. Again, very common that the top picks are going to be top floor, basement floor. And then the preference is going to be playing the piano room for tertiary site. Don't think I've really seen people play splits too often. It is definitely not the best one. I actually see Kaid coming out to be some wall denial. Though the entire top section of the wall is open, potentially to throw some C4s if attack is going to be trying to push the garage wall. Nyx with the Azamis. Again, Azami has been allowed to be set up or to be played. No Azami ban, so there's going to be a lot of awkward spots where you can set these
10 seconds remaining.
Tools up. Otherwise, it's looking like a pretty standard setup. You know, we've got single wall closed. The hallway is free. I don't know if anyone's... Okay, we do have a hatch closed, and Thatcher is going to be playing close. Mexican Stealth, actually. Oh, getting barbed wire. I was wondering if he was going to go aggressive, but they will be backing off. We're seeing a clear and an entry straight into first floor here. Piano has been droned out and cleared. The ram to open up the floor. Cax is actually on the roam here on the back side. I'm just going to try to walk up. We do have the gadget being placed on the stairs, but, you know, that's not really where Cax is trying to push. Gibbs putting some pressure down. Meanwhile, Mexican Stealth actually going down. It's picked, Paladin gets a pick. Looking for some more picks here on the vertical. And try to shoot that Kaid Claw off as well. And the wall will be opened. It's like we're going to be getting a bit of a flank coming up while Archangel and Nyx, Nyx, Gib, and Cax all going through the top floor. Archangel taking out Silence. That's a really long angle. All the way through the breach. Cax is going to see a bit of a fight there. Tyler takes a touch of damage. Gib flanking from the other side. They do have the intel though. Two Beers gets the pick. And that is Gib down. Meanwhile, Paladin getting another. Has the drones up. Ooh, can spot the flanker, but Nyx gets the kill. It's all up to Nyx and Cax, who are both actually off site. They have to try to make their way back. Paladin's been hit by a goo mine. Hear the plant coming in. Don't think they'll be able to stop it in time. Yeah, they don't know where it's going. Finally, we have Nyx taken out. We're throwing a zombie barricades, but I don't think... Yeah, Nyx was looking the wrong way. That is a down onto Two Beers. It's all up to Tyler to try to stop this. The defuse is up. Misses his shots onto Nyx. Does finally get the down, but Cax with the final pick and gets the defuse. Oh, he's gonna be picking up his teammate first, and now we get the defuse. Another round for defense, though. This time attack did manage to get deeper. So we are 2-0. And moving into round 3. This will be the final round before we get another ban phase. Gonna be Expo and Piano. Again, like predicted, this is a pretty standard map rotation. I don't really expect either of these teams to be changing up the map rotation. And we will get on with it. Yeah, we got the barbed wire right away here. In, right by the small piano closet.
Bomb located by attackers.
Usually, what we're going to be seeing here is a lot of defensive setup on the top floor. As we see pretty much 3 players holding the top floor. Because Piano is such a vertical heavy site, it's important for defense to try to keep control of this floor for as long as possible. And that's kind of what we're seeing here with all of the walls getting set up, especially in the office.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Alright, it does look like it's gonna be a attack potentially from the back. We do have some pressure on the front. Onto the main lobby as well, with Brochill choosing to go actually onto the roof. Tyler droning out. Making sure that the hall here is clear so they can potentially enter into admin. We actually have Silent already in. Sorry, Silent is in admin. We have got a lot of control now for top floor. Not quite where they want to be yet, but the castle barricades are going down. You know, we have the sledge gadget to make life easy. Archangel is taking a fight, but loses to Silent. We have some more fire going down as attack is slowly just swarming everything, opening up a couple more angles. We're about to see potentially an attack. The drones are coming in and the beepers. Nyx is spotted. He swings. He does hit the shotgun shot and finishes off Paladin, but Silent with the immediate trade coming in. Now, Brochill has also made their way into the main wall upstairs. It's all up to Cat, Stealth, and Gabe to try to hold this down right now. Gabe does have a nice shield to be playing. Just waiting patiently. Is a man disadvantage right now. He wants to make sure that he's not going to be spotted, but the nades do chase him away as Tyler presses forward. Cax is hiding in the console box. He's just waiting patiently for people to run. It decides to actually back off. Two Beers trying to take some fights. Cax takes a fight. He's going to be a bit trapped while Mexican Stealth takes out Two Beers. Does get out. Tyler getting down thanks to Gib. Suddenly, this attack, they had main advantage, but they are losing it. Tyler, if Tyler can be picked up, it'll be a little bit easier. While most of defense has actually fallen back to first floor. 20 seconds left, though. Tachanka's disciples are gonna have to be executing here soon. It's gonna be a rough drop. As they drop the hatch, they're not quite sure where the team is. And that's Mexican Stealth getting a pick, Cax getting a silent. And it's off to Tyler, who is not gonna be able to clean this up. So, 3-0 on the defense for Kirkaholics. That's a little bit unfortunate considering this map pick was Tachanka's disciple's choice. So, it's not quite the numbers or the points that they want to be at, but you know, we have another round of bans. We'll see if any of these will help them out. As we get rid of the Azami and the Deimos. Again, both two very powerful operators. Azami definitely able to just adjust the map and on the fly too. With that, we are getting a lot of denial, actually. We have, on the defensive side, Bandit, Mute, Smoke, Jaeger. So there's intel denial, we've got wall denial, we have pretty much everything you'd want. No one here looking to really play a very heavy roam role, which kind of makes sense for the top floor here. The only issue is that these Jaegers are not going to be useful against the floors that Paladin's bringing. And I don't think we have a shield either, so we're probably not going to be playing the vending shield that we had set up before. Yeah, we have just some nitros, a barb, bulletproof, and impacts. Otherwise, office is being set up essentially the same way. Walls are getting closed up. Except Nyx is hiding in admin. Wonder if the team is going to be ready for that. He's looking for a fight. Oh, he spots Paladin and does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, no kill for him. But Paladin's gonna have to be playing a lot more safe if he wants to get some use out of those Flores gadgets. Nyx now deciding to electrify the triple wall. That means Silent will be able to open it for free. We have a couple players on the Repel Paladin here, trying to see if they can get the entry. He's hopping in and we'll see what he can do. Looking at paper. Ooh, misses player Cax here in manager's office. There's a couple more people on the windows. It's Brochill looking for a fight. Cax being very smart, backing off right now. But he does get a little bit cut off. There are a couple repels now on these windows. Nyx knows the Paladin is out there. Meanwhile, Archangel getting the pick, walking up the hallway. Brochill trying to put some pressure on, walking forward. He knows that Cax is here. Mexican still taking out Tyler in the meanwhile. This attack, again, falling apart. Cax, crouched, gets taken out by Two Beers, who flashes and managed to push in. We still have a lot of the defenders up, though. As Brochill holds the office side now and Silent tries to rotate. We do have the wall open. We're getting a couple more drones in. Unfortunately getting muted. So not too much intel here for attack. Oh, Nyx taking out Silent. He just swings the breach. Now it's all up to Brochill and Two Beers, who are hanging out in the break and copy room. Making sure that no one's going to be ratting in vending. Couple flashes coming in, but again, this is a very difficult push right now for attack as Brochill looks the wrong way. Gets taken out by Nyx. And Archangel with the finishing kills, taking out Two Beers. What a nice little angle. Again, attack just not really looking like they know what they're doing. It's looking a little bit rough for Tachanka's disciples here. As we go into basement. Kirkaholics very, very comfortable on their defenses right now. If we look at the scoreline, does look like Tachanka's disciples are a little bit quiet right now. Silent, the only person positive on their team. Meanwhile, Nyx, Archangel, and Mexican Stealth very, very happy with their current scoreline. We go back to basement. Sure, nothing particularly different. We still are running the Kaid, making sure to deny the outer walls. Forcing attack to have to take some sort of anti-denial. We do have the Thatcher. We have been seeing 2 beers just playing the Thatcher the entire time.
5 seconds to insertion.
And we got the hatches in. We have actually Nyx on the tuber out here. Is he going to be hopping out? He is. He's looking for a pick. He's not finding anyone. Looks was maybe just a touch early to try to find a kill, but it's fine. Cax making sure that the back wall is going to be clear. I don't think attack is pushing from here. At Paladin, meanwhile, going down to Gib, who's playing very heavily in the lounge. Didn't miss that, unfortunately. He does get away, though. That is your sledge down. That is some of your ability to open up walls. They will spot Gib running to the top floor, though, so they're going to have to be careful about the top floor roam. Meanwhile, Cax getting intel for his teammates. We have Tyler spotted out on the cameras. Just holding an angle while Gib, I think, is hunting for him. He knows where he is. He's going to move off, though. Will not get so easily picked off. We get more drones coming in from the attack. They need to get their intel now. They need to figure out where Gib is hiding. Do have a flank drone there. He's gonna shoot it, and now... And we've got Mexican Stealth trying to walk up circle stairs. Oh, setting up barbed wire. This is a very late barbed wire. All right. Fair enough. You gotta make sure to get your utility down if you want to play aggressive. And Brochill, meanwhile, goes down to a C4 from Nyx. Defense is getting a little bit annoyed at how slow everyone is. Mexican Stealth playing aggressive. Gibbs still upstairs. Meanwhile, Tag not really making any progress. We do have the wall open, and Tyler taking out Archangel. So defense is not going to have a flawless round here. This 2 beers and tries to make it down yellow. Gabe actually covering yellow. 2 beers might know that this is happening, though. We see a bit of a standoff going on. Patiently waiting. I don't think Gib knows. Is there standing? Silence taking a gunfight now. Bottom yellow, and 2 beers perfectly waiting here as Tyler gets another pick. Suddenly, it's defense that is with the man disadvantage, but Nyx is in a very weird spot here on the red car. Don't know if they're going to be ready for that. As, yeah, Nyx gets the pick onto Silent. He doesn't... he wasn't ready for 2 beers, and 2 beers has to plant because there's just no time left. And, oh, this is going to be a shutdown? 2 beers gets the plant down, and it's all up to Tyler in the 1v1 to try to lock this down. Nyx trying to lock in the defuse. Is he going to be able to get it? No, he actually comes off of it and gets picked off by Tyler. And that is the first attack going to Tachanka's disciples. They've got one round under their belt. They're definitely going to want another one if they want a good round split. We are going to Expo and Piano, which is interesting considering that Tachanka's Disciple did win their attack round. It's just that Kirkaholics is deciding that, you know what? We're not going to be playing basement. I believe the first time that they won basement 2, it was actually very close. So they're probably figuring that, you know, it might be a better idea here to move back over to the first floor site.
Attackers have discovered
They had a better time here anyways, so makes sense. We have a pretty standard setup here again. We actually have Goyos for the fire just to stall out any sort of entry. And again, the castle closing up all of the admin side. We even have the Fenrir to make it that much harder to push forward. So they're going to be expecting that the Tachanka's Disciples are going to be pushing here. The question is, will they? Considering that's a very long distance to choose to clear and go through if you're trying to reach Piano. You have a little bit of a rat spot right here. Again, with Nyx playing... Just playing a little bit cheeky. He is fully locked into admin. I don't think he can get to copy and he can get to the break room, but he'll have to take a castle barricade down if he actually wants to escape. It is Broach Shill and the main push actually going horizontally though. As they decide that, you know what, we're not gonna deal with all the problems here of top floor. Gib trying to open up some vert. This is going to be something they're going to have to watch out for, though, considering if they don't fight vert at all, there's a whole lot of holes in the floor that are being opened up right now by the entire defending team. You can see all of sight. Paladin knows that there are holes in the floor, and ooh, gets picked off by Mexican Stealth, who's the one person remaining on site. Tyler trying to keep up the fight. He knows where Mexican Stealth is roughly. The wall is getting opened up as well. We're actually seeing some flames going off, but oh, Mexican Stealth takes a lot of damage to that fire. He has to rotate around. Meanwhile, yeah, Tyler just taking that damage. Mexican Stealth not willing to give up sight at all. They're really gonna have to work for it if they want to get into sight. Not to mention all the vertical now that will be against them that's been opened up by the team. Looks like we're gonna have a rotation actually over to the side as we run into a Fenrir. Still have a lot of patience here. Coming up from the players as I think Brochill is trying to make their way up. See what they can make happen. They're giving it up. Nyx trying to shoot down. Two Beers meanwhile downed and finished off by Mexican Stealth as we have a bit of a standoff here. Brochill trying to make something happen. He has to give up the spot. Tyler smoking off some of the angles. Meanwhile, Silent getting a pick. He's watching the hatch. Gets two off that same hatch, but Archangel with the vert and the plant is down. It's all up to Brochill and Tyler to lock it down though, because we see the teams swinging over and Archangel getting a hipfire pick. Brochill is a little bit stuck here. He does find Nyx, and he's looking to find where the rest of this team is. You have to be careful. He does get Gib. It's all up to Archangel now to close this out if he wants to win this, and he's not. Brochill taking the round, saving his team from getting a 1-5. Clutches up, and we get a 2-4 split. Again, actually perfectly viable for Consulate. I believe Consulate might trend at 50-50 or potentially a little defender-sided. Again, I don't remember my stats. Who knows? The point is, we're at least not in a 1-5 situation, and now the Tachanka's Disciples get to defend. The first bans we get Grim and Mira. pretty much mirroring exactly what we saw in for the Kirkaholics. Though I believe Grim was actually the second ban because we got a Blackbeard ban as well. So instead of that, we are seeing the Blitz band. Clash Mira, though, exactly the same. Looks like the shield that Tachanka Sisiples don't want to deal with is Blitz. A Blackbeard will be left up, though no one on Kirkaholics, at least so far, has been picking it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Now, we continue our adventures. Right now, again, looking like a pretty standard setup. We have an Aruni for just some entry denial. We have the shield being played. Thorn, the operator, being brought here instead. I think last time it was Frost with a shield. Triple wall is going to be closed on admin.
10 seconds left.
The team's just set up. We actually have another shield here too in office.
5 seconds left.
So we get all set up here.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Most of attack looking like they want to pressure from admin side. Meanwhile, Flora's coming over to the yellow stairs. Just a couple pot shots through the windows, not going to find anything. Just holding the angle instead. So we get Brochill defending copy window. Gib seeing if they can make anything happen. Defense just sitting pretty, waiting patiently to see what attack is going to do. Nyx looking to get the triple wall open. Again, yeah, there is only a mute, and I don't believe they're using that to deny the wall, so it will get opened up free. Brochill continuing to chill on the shield. And Silent waiting patiently again on this meeting room power position. We saw really good work done defending from this point from Kirkaholics, so I wouldn't be surprised if Silent is also very comfortable here. Some more Flores drones. Archangel will be able to take out the shield on vending as Gib enters copy. Oh, the Thorn gadget downing Nyx! Just a little bit too slow to play it safe. Will get rezzed as Gib is looking for some toes. Unfortunately, doesn't find any more than a sliver of HP. Silent continuing to play it safe and casually. As we see a couple more drones coming in, there's still plenty of mute jams to try to deny intel. We are going to be spotting out Silent. And they know that there is a Thorn gadget nearby as well. This Archangel is holding Spiral. Does have to be very careful of this top yellow position. Tyler with a really nice long angle watching the hallway. Getting some pressure onto balcony wall as well. Ooh, Nyx getting a pick right onto Brochill. Cax following up with another onto Silence. Tyler spots some people, decides to drop some fire down. I don't know if he spotted the planter. Paladin. We do get one person dead to fire, but Gib will get the plant down. As Tyler's head gets picked off, the entire defense is falling apart, and Archangel finishes off the round. No props for attack. They just took their time and they got the kills they needed. Just walked in and killed everyone. Now we are 5-2 in favor of Kirkaholics. As we try again to defend top floor. To be fair, I feel like in Consulate, you know, top floor is definitely the site, the map that you want to be picking whenever we are playing here. All right. Basement can be a little
Attackers
bit
need to
rough. You know,
locate
it's
and
still
defuse
very
bombs.
clearly the best second choice around. But it's very vulnerable to vertical play, which top floor is not. So we see, again, it's
Attackers
pretty
have
similar
located a bomb.
defense. Thorn is going to continue to run the shield here, top vending. Silent swapping over to the Jaeger. Potentially wanting a bit more of a rifle rather than the shotgun.
10 seconds to go.
You just have 2 beers on the shotgun to open up any of the head holes
5
they
seconds
need,
remaining.
though he does have to spend a lot of time setting up new gadgets before he can get to
Attackers
site
are
and
heading out to defuse a
open
bomb.
up the angles he needs. All right. And attack is underway. Archangel actually looking to go to the roof from Spiral. Unfortunately, all of these windows have been closed up. Brochill, electrified as Paladin pushes up aggressively into Copy. Will get droned out. Doesn't quite get the drone. And gonna have a bit of a fight here.
Reloading.
It's both Nyx and Gib are hanging out on the walls. They're looking for the Fenrir gadgets. They're gonna be spotting some out. Paladin continuing to try to pressure early into admin. And right now we actually have a very early opening of the balcony breach as well. As Mexican Stealth and Cax are making their way through. See, he's hiding behind the desk. He wants to get some intel though before he pushes any further. Got some nice cover right now. And they do know that Bro Chill is going to be playing here on this vending position.
Load a new mag.
Nyx is looking for something. He has a couple tight angles opened up. Isn't going to find anything just yet. Again, we do have Archangel still on the Flores, who could be trying to clear up the shield. Paladin trying to slow down the attack as Brochill has to back off. Paladin taking some fire to his own, or to his teammates' fire. Have some nice long angles here. Nyx trying to make their way in as they're hit by a lot of the Fenrir gas. Paladin hoping to find someone besides to play it a little bit slow. As Gib is busy trying to get some intel here. Rochel playing behind the desk. And ooh, Gib not paying attention. Paladin gets the kill. Brochill, meanwhile, picking off Nyx, shooting towards Mexican Stealth as Brochill goes down. Mexican Stealth pushing forward. He spots Paladin just barely, and Paladin has to back off. Getting a lot of fire towards Silent. Meanwhile, Cat's actually getting the plant down. Mexican getting a pick onto Paladin. Silent. And Two Beers both getting some picks. That was a bit of a messy round, and the plant even got down, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough for attack. And so Tachanka's Disciples get another round for themselves. 3-5. We are going to be going to the basement next. And what are we bringing? Solus for intel. We've got the Bandit instead of the Kaid for wall denial. Bandit definitely a little bit easier usually to deal with on these walls. And Tyler's going to be roaming on the Vigil. It's probably going to be the Bandit Tubarao combo to try to stall out the basement walls as long as possible. Rochill on the Valk going to be providing as much intel to Tachanka's disciples as he can. Interesting Valcam placement here, just on the corner of the hallway. Expect we're gonna see a couple cameras thrown upstairs as well. Might get some C4 action since, yeah, 3 of the players from Tachanka's disciples are carrying the C4 gadget. No one looking like they're playing top floor. Solus on the hunt for a couple drones. Paladin on their own. Actually, I think Tyler as well. Top floor. Yep. Okay, so we do have a bit of our own presence here. Both Paladin and Tyler on adventures. The attack is pushing forward. Nyx wanting to walk straight into the top floor. Gonna be checking for any players as Tyler pushes forward. Solus gets the drone. Maybe a little bit scary. Archangel walking in as well. Through Visa. Nyx trying to figure out where this player is. Tyler not spotted yet. Oh, he may have been spotted now by the drone. Get a bit more intel here. This is going to be Tyler backing off. Playing very careful. Survives getting wall banged since he stands right by the pillar. Backs off all the way over to office. He's going to trap himself if he allows himself to be chased all the way to the square corner. He does actually get away. This Paladin here is supporting and who takes a little bit of fire to top yellow. Entire team now. Back below as, yeah.
I'm changing back.
Top floor is given up. Cax making sure essentially to set up some cover as Archangel makes their way down spiral. Yeah, the entire team moving downwards. Main way of opening right now is Mexican Stealth on the Ace. Unsure if they brought any of the hard breach gadgets. Oh yeah, we have some on Nyx. We should be able to get the hatches open. They are free considering we only have Bandit as the wall denial. Bandit potentially looking to play aggressive here on this hatch. Oh, he spots a couple of the players. Unfortunately, he doesn't find anyone. And gets away as Paladin is picked off behind the yellow pillar. Nyx taking him out. Looking for the looking for more players here. As Two Beers takes out Archangel, Mexican Stealth. Taking a fight. He's waiting on the breach. Two Beers is trying to lock this in. Silent on the fight on the breach, actually. Mexican Stealth going in for the plant. Will they be able to stop it? No! Nyx on the hatch, getting all of the kills. He's seeing everybody. Bro Chill picking off Mexican Stealth, and suddenly, Defuse is down. What are all the players gonna do? This is a really rough retake situation. Silent tries to find some sort of flank now. We have some intel on where the players are. He doesn't quite find anyone. Oh, he does find Nyx now. Tyler's rotating forward, picks off Cax. Time is going down. Gib is the only person left on the side of attack. He spots Bro Chill, who takes a lot of damage, but the time is running out. Someone needs to start defusing now. He finds the players. It doesn't matter that he dies, as there's not enough time to defuse. That is another round for attack for Kirkaholics. Gib got the critical kill he needed. And now suddenly it is map point for Kirkaholics. We get our next ban phase now. And we'll be moving on to the final third of regulation. How far we get into it, who knows? This is still... There's still a chance for overtime points if Tachanka's disciples can win the next 3 defensive rounds. As we go back to the basement, I'd be trying to replay defending Cafeteria and Garage. Probably not quite comfortable with trying to do a defense on one of the first floor sites. If they do manage to defend this, then they will be able to rotate back to top floor.
Attackers need to
So
locate and defuse
we begin.
bombs.
Not too much. There's actually no change from the operator picks here for Team Tachanka's Disciples. Though for a team named Tachanka's Disciples, we have a decided lack of Tachanka gameplay. I guess they are only his disciples, you know. Would you really trust that you, as a simple disciple, would be capable of playing the Lord himself?
5 seconds remaining.
You see, again, a heavy roam presence. Now, the real question is,
Attackers are moving out.
are Kirkaholics going to just try to do a direct take on the site? Doesn't look like it. This may be a back take. Because if so much of the team is off-site, it might be weak to direct take. We do have Archangel playing Snake, actually, looking to get a lot of intel, Leon, for their team. Tyler trying to play very aggressive on the balcony, decides to back off. This is Nick's... Oh, misses his drone throw. Whoops, has to very embarrassingly pick it back up. Archangel with the Snake. Very nice on the rappel. Can double check that no one's ratting in any strange corners. Paladin waiting in copy room. This Gib gets into top yellow. Tries to hold small position. Tyler trying to fight top yellow. Decides to back off. A lot of defense, playing very defensively right now, making sure to just stall time, but not lose any lives. It is minute 50 left now for attack, as they are just working on clearing top floor. Attack's looking to get through to Visa. We actually have the back hatch soft, so they will be able to drop it if they want to. So Archangel makes sure that there's no further roaming going around, but Paladin is still here by the main entrance, by the lobby. Don't think they would have spotted him out as Tyler tries to make his way back up. Oh, I think he just got his gadget disabled by Thatcher. Nick's making sure to cover that. Paladin still left to roam. We have a lot of intel here with these Val cameras, as Mexican Stealth is going for the wall. Does get stalled out by Tubarao. And oh, we get a fight here. Cax taking down Paladin. That is the roamer knocked out. Maybe spotted out by Snake, actually. I'm not totally sure how they found that. Oh, Gib looking to take a fight, or at least open up some holes in the floor. Two Beers does get a C4 onto Archangel. That is Snake down, and oh, Mexican Stealth is losing all of his gadgets. Two Beers has one battery left too, so if he wants to play really ballsy, he might be able to try to trick one more time. And finally, Mexican Stealth gonna be able to open the wall. Tyler, meanwhile, taking out Cax, trying to walk down yellow. Not quite gonna work out for him. As Gib tries to make it forward as Mexican Stealth goes down. He's also gonna be picked up by Brochill. Nick's picking up one. And not gonna get any more as Silent takes him out. Nice, just little angle watching the yellow hallway. And so, Tachanka's Disciples aren't out of it yet. But now they get to go to top floor again. And if they manage to win this, we will have to be seeing a tertiary site out of them. For this setup, we have most of the same players. I think we have swapped out a Warden in favor of a Wamai. So we have Silent and Brochill both playing the thrown utility denial operators. And still we've got Paladin and Tyler on that,
Attackers have discovered the
on the
location of a
Fenrir
bomb.
and the Aruni. Just trying to make things that little bit harder to try to push in, especially here through the admin office. This is definitely the preferred take for most of the teams here. You're gonna walk into admin, you want to open these triple
10
walls
seconds to
so you don't
insertion.
get it crazy angled down through this entire hallway.
5 seconds to
And then
insertion.
you just get through this hall and take sight.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Looking like a very standard defensive setup here. Yeah, the entire team on the attacking side is actually rotating over to the admin. We do have a bit of a push towards the balcony as well. Roadshow looking to take a fight on the rappel. Paladin does take a little bit of damage though. So we are getting some walls and utility opened up slowly. Thatcher knocking out the utility of the Fenrir, but it's not going to be that useful right now. A really nice angle from Brochill, who does take a sliver of damage and backs out. You have to be a little bit scared here of the push. Gib is on the rappel, making sure to knock out all the utility. We're going to be getting the hallway wall open, potentially, yeah. Paladin's going to be slightly less safe playing here. We have a lot of long angles. Watching positions. Tyler actually on the prone. Prone angles here on the balcony. Make sure to cover that. Ooh, Jaeger's taken out by the Twitch. Very nice utility usage. Doesn't have an extra shot yet. We do get the Fenrir out though, which is nice. Very useful here as Mexican Stealth tries to make something happen. Paladin will be spotted out. We have some more positions here on top spiral as well. It's a bit of a standoff. Ooh. Will Gib be able to take this out? No, Brochill not looking to peek this. He is kind of trying to take this fight. And meanwhile, Paladin taking out Nyx, and we have Mexican Stealth falling as well. Archangel trying to make their way around. He knows where Paladin is. He's looking for that kill. Brochill going down to Gib, and Archangel managed to pick up Paladin. We see another angle. 2 Beers and Silent pick up some kills. It's all up to Cax to try to win this. He got 1. He's going to have to find 2 more. Silent is on a sliver of health, though. Needs to find the last 2 players who are playing patient right now. Does have his drone. He has an idea. This is where 2 Beers is hiding, but it doesn't matter. The shotgun wins it out in the end. And we are 1 round away from OT. 5-6. Tachanka's Disciples are going to have to win a defense on one of the tertiary sites. They go to Expo Piano. Not surprised. I don't think they would have chosen to play the split site. And we see Nyx showing the Blackbeard. Are we going to be seeing some shield gameplay? Potentially. The main operator picks for Tachanka's Disciples, again, pretty standard. I'm not surprised by the castle pick whatsoever. Top floor is a much easier to hold if you've got a castle to help lock it down, which is, I'm assuming, where they're going to be putting those gadgets. Nice BP to watch the bench hallway as well. Walls are getting closed up on site, and we're going to be... Oops.
Attackers have discovered the
Setting
location of a
up
bomb.
top floor. They are going to be setting up a little bit more bunkered than
10 seconds left.
Kirkaholics did, since Kirkaholics were putting castles all the way forward,
5
just
seconds
blocking out admin. This is going to be played a little bit further back, a little bit more
Attackers are moving
defensively.
to defuse a bomb.
If you shave,
We see the entire team spawning at parking. Going to be essentially just running in. Nope. Looks like going to be going upstairs. Nyx with the Blackbeard is going to want to entry, so he can put the shield to good use. So likely, yeah, running straight in. Tyler waiting below patiently on Visa. No one's going to be pushing from there quite yet. So we get, again, a lot of early control here of admin. A couple shots flying through. Silent needing to back off. While Brochill tries to hold the angles. Ooh, doesn't quite find Gibbs' head while Nyx getting hit. Have some more angles opened up here. Archangel is looking for a fight. Silent's gonna be spotted here. It'll be Silent and Brochill right now with the fights. As it's chased out by the Flores, we spot the Blackbeard. Nyx on the Blackbeard here. Decides to back off. While Silent is continuing to open up some escape holes here. The hatch is open. They can make their way out if they need to. We see a little bit of fire. Silent deciding to drop hatch. Two Beers getting a C4 onto Gib. While Silent is just proning in the closet. Don't really want to prone there considering that is where the soft wall is open. Checking your verticals right now. Nyx managed to successfully put a lot of pressure. Is also full health. So we're not particularly worried there. Oh no! Silent picked up by Mexican Stealth. He was trying to escape from the closet. As Archangel gets taken out by Paladin. Knows that someone's here on the yellow stairs. But will Blackbeard be ready for Brochill? Don't think he will. He downs him, but he's not ready for Mexican Stealth, who gets finished off by Paladin, too. It is all up to Cax. 1v3. This is looking like an OT match right now, as Cax is trying to find these last couple of players. He will be able to get the camera. So potentially some intel for his team to feed him. Do we know where all these players are? We have a couple shots being fired, and we get a pick onto Paladin. Needs to walk in. He has an idea of where Frost is, but he's not going to see Tyler as the Fenrir gas hits him. Very nice, just prone angle. And now we are in OT. That means both teams are guaranteed at least 1 point. No regulation victories here. And with that, Tachanka Disciples do get to defend again. Right now, it's looking like a defender-sided consulate. We do have 4-2 for defense from both sides. So, the math says it's in favor of Tachanka's Disciples, but you never know. If they lose this defensive round, then things could go bad very fast. As we get not much of a change, I believe. We've had the Goyo on and off a couple times. We have decided to stick with the Goyo here for this round. If anyone decides to play close, though, they will have to be very careful about these being set off early, since we have taken a lot of fire damage during the top floor defenses.
10 seconds remaining.
No one has tried a window plant whatsoever. I wonder if it's become off meta thanks to some of the Thorn and other utility changes. We don't even see anyone bothering to open the holes here in the floor. I'm definitely curious about what's made that more, or what's made that less popular now. Is it just the Grim ban? Is that the main thing that knocks people out? Who knows? Well, I'm sure other people know. I don't. I haven't played this game in long enough to know all of the meta changes. We have Paladin actually playing aggressive, and ooh, Gib takes off his head. He wasn't quite as ready for that fight as Gib was. Not a single shot of damage either. Gib just very happy there. It is your Fenrir gone, and that means any Fenrir gadgets activated, unactivated, they are set at what they are. Rochill is going to be holding down this hallway all alone now. So we get the walls opened up and get some nice long angles cleared up. Rochill having to abandon the shield position on vending thanks to Gib. He's going to be pushing in from below. Archangel actually potentially going to be opening up the floor here. Opening up some angles. Tyler playing aggressively here. He's making sure no one is playing any of the repels. Nyx is waiting for a potential unsuspecting vending player. Of course, there is none right now. He is waiting for it. We're going to be having Flores droning it to clear it out. And the holes in the floor are going to be opened up from Archangel. Spots! Whose spots? I think Tyler is not going to be able to get anyone just yet for it. They're getting pinged. Silence hunting him. Laying below. Brochill is locking the rest of this down, and ooh, Silent gets the pick. That is no more players playing below here, and Nyx trying to get this trade. Meanwhile, Mexican Stealth taking a fight as well. Does get the kill onto Brochill, and Gib takes out Silent as well. So suddenly this defense not looking too good. Two Beers, a little bit lonely. Doesn't quite believe he's got the C4 angle. Especially with Tyler where he is. Oh, he misses his shots onto Nyx. Stealth and Nyx both really low as Two Beers had to try to lock this all in, all on his own. Getting constantly flashed. He is in a very well-known corner, but really, they don't have to do anything. Nyx just needs to plant. Doesn't even get the plant down as the cover is held perfectly. 6-7. A very funny number, I'm sure people will find hilarious. And now map point again to Kirkaholics. They want this victory. We are going to top floor defense once more. This time it's Kirkaholics defending instead. If Tachanka's Disciples want to stay in it, they are going to have to win an attack as well.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused.
Will this go all the way? Who knows? We shall see. Definitely a bit of a different lineup, but not too different, right? We've only really have the Warden. Not any unusual or surprising operators here. No Goyo from the team Kirkaholics. And we are probably going to be playing another shield here since we've got Nyx. We actually have Archangel with a shield as well. So where the second shield will be placed. We saw one set up here by the office. I don't know if it's going to be used there again. It'll be a surprise. We have some nice setup still ongoing. Drones checking the bottom floor. We do actually have holes here on window plant now. I'm curious if this might actually be a window plant attempt. Yes, it is, because Paladin has the Amaru. We are going for a rush plant. You're gonna have to be ready for this. Nyx is actually on the roam below. They're not ready for Nyx on the roam. That might be problematic. Gib knows that some funny things might be afoot. Axe has a really nice angle as well towards Two Beers. some holes in the floor. He's just patiently making sure to hold it off so that no one can go in. The plant going down, flashes coming in. And now Cax going below, trying to stop the planter. And, ooh, gets picked off by Two Beers. Really nice cover. Paladin gets down, but the plant is on. And we get another pick from Two Beers, who's perfectly covering from below. Jaeger's gonna line up there. The Mexican Stealth is gonna win out at that point. Plant is just in such a bad spot, though. He is looking to get a... Oh, it doesn't matter though. Silent gets the pick, but we get a run out from Nyx. He gets one. So you get the second as Mexican Stealth is going to try for the defuse, and it's only Paladin to try to stop it. He's not going to be able to stop it, and the plant will be diffused. Kirkaholics win. Nyx absolutely goated. Just stopping the defense at all from the windows. It is 8-6. This game went almost all the way, not quite, but very well played from both sides. We will take a very short break and we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to TBI League Week 5. We are seeing Chunks Disciples versus Kirkaholics Map 2. And we will be going into game shortly. For the previous map, we played Consulate, and Kirkaholics won 8-6 in overtime. And now we're going to be going to Clubhouse. This was the map pick from Kirkaholics. We'll have to see if Chunks Disciples can make something happen here. Because at the end of the day, they are going to want to get more than just 1 point on the board. First bands coming out is Monty and Bandit. Again, not particularly surprising. Monty is very powerful, especially on some of the pushes you can do through the rafters whenever clearing any of the top floor sites. Following up, we have a Hibana ban and an Azami ban. Hibana, again, all of these make a lot of sense in Clubhouse. Azami can make the basement an absolute pain, can make rafters an absolute pain on the top floor. We do actually leave Mira up because of that. And with Hibana banned, it'll be just that much more work. You're going to have to use some of your secondary utility potentially to bring hard breach gadgets to get any of the hatches open. With that, we are going into game. First map pick is Bedroom. Gym Bedroom is a classic pick. We have plenty to defend here. Typically, we're going to be seeing the extension here into cache. We can see Wamai already setting it up. Paladin here. Going to be closing up all of the the cache walls. I'm going to curious to see if he chooses. Yeah, it looks like he's choosing to do the outer walls as well. Sometimes you'll see teams actually closing the trip row wall and playing a bit more bunkered, but we're potentially going to have a setup where Silent plays on these top red stairs. Yeah, we have that shield set up now, and then Wamai will also be backing up from cache. We've got also the Miras, standard Mira in the bathroom, and one just watching Con. Most of the attack looks like we're going to be clearing through rafters. And we have Nyx on the blitz. Going to be looking for a standard push here. The wall is going to be free to a certain extent. Brochill does have to watch this hatch. It has been opened up. Rafters is going to be clear, making sure to drone out, leave a flank camera. We're going to spot Paladin there on the prone as Nyx is going to be running all the way up the stairs. Not quite yet. We do know that Silent is also playing here. Bees coming out, going to be pressuring him. Oh, Nyx downed actually. Paladin with the cleanup, but Cax gets Silent and Paladin both walking up red stairs. They were not ready for that second player. Finally, 3v4 for the defense. And be spotting that mirror window again. Without a bandit, they did actually bring no wall denial, so it should be easy to ace off if they need to. Archangel going for it. Rachel can't really get anything done there, so decides to back off. More walls are opened up. That does leave all of Jacuzzi kind of clear, though we do lose the mirror window. With Cactus Twitch drone knocking it out. Mexican Stealth has a really nice angle here. Don't! Ooh! He may not know that he got the down, but he does down Bro Chill. Very nice spray. No, they do have the intel. Yeah, we see the pings. They know he's down. Tyler is getting hit by bees. I don't think Bro Chill is gonna be rescuable. Yeah, there he goes. And Two Beers gets one. He knows that there's another player in a con. Tyler is constantly getting spotted out. Cax trying to put some pressure down. His Archangel is holding the angle. Two Beers gets Gib. And now it's gonna be Two Beers looking the wrong way. Tyler getting a pick onto Archangel, and the headshot or not quite even the headshot. Tyler gets the final kill. First round to defense. The Tachanka's Disciples. And so we continue. Go to basement. Again, I suspect we're going to see mostly a similar rotation, though we have seen different teams pick different sites. Clubhouse is a map where you can rotate different first site picks. Basement is a very popular site to go. Gym bedroom is very popular. And then for teams that aren't quite as comfortable with the gym bedroom, we even sometimes see Cache CC being picked as a first or secondary site. It really can go any way on Clubhouse. It's very much based on player preference, though one site we are never going to be seeing is the bar. No one likes the bar site. It's a little bit tough to defend. You do have to play it pretty vert heavy. That's typically how successful defenses go. We're going to be seeing any spawn peaks, and not really. Solus just hunting some drones going to the top. And we've also got Tyler on the Vigil playing all the way out in Strip. Both players here is going to be seeing the drones and decides to rotate around. Do have some pressure here from Nyx on the top floor. Who's trying to put some pressure, just opening windows, getting some intel here. I think did potentially spot out Tyler, who decided to drop down to secret. Has retreated. Paladin does hunt down a drone. He is still upstairs, being quite the nuisance. I think Nyx is going to try to be hunting him down, but we do have Dialer as backup if necessary. So we get a little bit of drone action. Paladin is getting shot at. Mexican Stealth trying to see if he can find anything. He's got a lot of footholds here through to CC. Well, Tyler is going to be spotted by the drone. I don't actually know if he saw that drone. Paladin taking damage and gets away with his life. Skib makes their way in. Archangel on the rappel. Tyler's trying to drop down. That's a minute and a half wasted for this basement defense. Tag not having a lot of control. They're going to have to make up for this time. You know, Nyx clearing out all of top floor. It is basically done. The hatches are going to be fully, or not quite free. Two Beers does, not quite sure where Two Beers set up the gadgets, but they may have been knocked out by Cax's utility. Getting A lot of angles slowly opened up. Gib opening holes. Mexican stealth looking for any players he can find. Two beers, meanwhile, going down to Archangel as Tyler takes out Cax. So Nyx is hanging out here. Brochill taken out by Paladin. Silent. Paladin. Everyone on defense trying to hold this together. Drones are going to be spotting the Archangel going for the plant. We've got a lot of cover here from Gib, Mexican Stealth, and Nyx, who's got the hallway cover. He's looking for another one. Tyler taking a lot of damage here on the doorway. Silent trying to rotate her around. Tyler's not going to be ready for Archangel, though, as it's all up to Silent in the 1v4 with Defuse down. He does pick up Nyx. He's got 3 more to hunt. Does he know where all these players are? Not really. He's trying to find them. He's looking the wrong way. There's just too many players, too many angles to cover, and Gib finishes up the round. And we go back to a 1-1. I'm going to be replaying Basement. Church and Arsenal. We are swapping out the Solus in favor of the Mozzie, so potentially Paladin preferring a bit more drone denial with the pests, because at least then you also get to claim the pests for or the drones for yourself if you can catch any. Oh. I am definitely hitting some buttons I shouldn't, since I think we just lost game audio. You guys will have to forgive me as I try to fix this. Nope. We have game audio. We're fine. There we go. Apologies. Again, doing all of this solo is just a little bit tough, but you know, I'm trying my best, so forgive me. There are some oopsies along the way for this attack. We do still have Paladin and Tyler on the roam. So, should be getting some... Oops. Let's not bring that in the way. So we watch the game. Alright. Just trying to make sure all of this stuff is working. Tyler on the roam. We also have Paladin here in strip. They've actually changed positions. So we're getting the door punched open. Paladin maybe a little bit overzealous there with that swing. If he would have waited maybe a moment more. Archangel's waiting on the rappel. Paladin's not going to run into that as he's going to be pushing through lobby instead. Is he gonna be able to spot anything? Not quite. Is Tyler still on the top floor roam as well? And we even have 2 beers hanging out right in garage under the stairs in Harry Potter. Everyone's getting called. Everyone's getting called. No one particularly worries. We have a little bit of a fight going on with Tyler as he runs off. 2 beers. Looking to see if he catches anyone as Nyx is on the hunt. They're gonna run into each other. 2Bs doesn't quite get the angle, waits patiently as Nyx moves on and saves their head. We are getting the hatch open though. Mexican Stealth going for... Oh. Going for the hard breach gadget. Should have that down. And suddenly, it might just be an Arsenal take as Tyler is continuing to hold secret. And 2 beers is on the rafters roam. But a lot of the pressure is going to start coming in from kitchen down towards Arsenal. We're going to have some drones coming in. Gib potentially with Those flashes. Nyx makes their way over. Opens up dirt. Suddenly, players are gonna have to be a little bit more careful. 2 beers. Covering Tyler, watching the dirt wall. He's gonna actually not quite get where he wants to go. He's burned by the flames. Players going down left and right. Cax and Gib with the cover. Plant going down. Does get knocked out by Silent. Suddenly, this attack not looking quite as good as 2 beers gets one and Silent gets the other. We are closing out this round in favor of defense. So we continue the game. We are 2-1. Tachanka's Disciples right now ahead. Again, though, Clubhouse, it really depends. Clubhouse can sometimes be checklisty, can sometimes not. At the end of the day, it really comes down to which team executes better. And so far, neither team has really proven themselves one way or the other. Both teams holding their own at the early start of this match. We do get to go back to gym bedroom again. Bro chill with the Mira. The Mira castle strats here are just so peak. We have Kai to lock everything down. Again, if you allow all these players up, it's so hard to try to walk into gym bedroom. So we can continue wandering around. Looking at the setup. I don't expect we're going to be seeing anything too different. Brochill's going to be setting up the Mira here. Just to watch Khan. Again, it will be always scary with the hatch right over his head. But it will be fine. Potentially. You never know. Silent is going to be playing top red. Not bringing a shield this time to push red. Potentially not happy with how the original push went. But otherwise, basically the exact same setup here. From both Silent Paladin holding down the Cash CC side. We've got players to make sure to cover Logi as well. And where do we have our push? We have Nyx walking into rafters right away. Getting live droned. He will get spotted out. We will be able to open the wall. Checks top red. He's a little bit cut off until they do get the walls open, but Archangel is working on that. We do have intel on both players in Cash CC now. As the players are getting chased away slowly. Silent still hanging around on top of that box. Pushing out aggressively, but he was not ready for Silent, waiting on Raptors. Very nice play there, and now we just gotta pop all the castle barricades on the windows as well. You know the mirror window is still up watching Khan. Tyler just spraying a couple bullets down through Cash. He can't play as aggressively here anymore since we got Nyx watching the window. And ooh, catches 2 beers! This is not looking the right way right now. Rochill still able to somewhat cover this, but flashes are coming in. He has to give up the spot. And completely blinded. As we got Gib dropping Flora's drones down the hatch. Nyx getting some more drone intel as well. We're gonna be spotting Brochill on the Mira. He manages to escape. Archangel players just droning in. Gib managing to drop into Logi. We're gonna be seeing, I think, Cax pushing very soon as well. Ooh, nice pick onto Mexican stealth. We have a bit more sanity going on. Archangel taking some damage, trying to back off. A couple more tools are used. Nyx on the windows. Archangel looking to just walk in, get the plant in. We have Nyx watching the window. He's gonna not be able to get the kill as Paladin takes out Nyx. Plant is given up. Archangel's gonna go for it again, potentially trying to bait it out. As Brochill manages to pick up Gib, and Cax takes out Paladin. We lock out Brochill as well, and suddenly Tyler gets shot in the back by Cax walking all the way through the bathroom. Flicked away at the wrong moment, but we do see it at least in the replay, so that's fine. Now, gym bedroom. We try it one more time. This attack the defense fell apart a little bit due to a lot of the defenders just being caught out, not ready for all of the windows and the pressure that was opened up throughout the round. Nyx on that sledge being incredibly useful. As we can begin watching the setup. Nothing particularly has changed. This is the exact same setup we've seen before. Except 2 beers swapping to the mute.
10 seconds to go.
We also see Brochill swapping the Mira position. I don't know if this is a Mira I would personally play because I'm pretty sure you can shoot that from this window. Hey, let's look over here. Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's definitely an interesting Mira position. I'm just gonna say that. The entire team also has never pushed Jacuzzi once, so it might be worth... It may have also been worth just giving up on the Mira in bathroom. As we can already see, Nyx walking in through rafters once again. This clear has proven effective for Kirkaholics, so of course they're going to send it again. Meanwhile, Silent, Paladin both waiting patiently. A couple smokes going off, but it's not quite going to be doing anything yet. These players are just patiently waiting on this standoff. Nyx wanting to put some pressure on top of Red. Nades going in. We'll be able to clear out the shield, so Silent does have to back off. Decides to back up further. Both players actually fully giving up cash. So Nyx is looking for a fight. Do trade some bullets, and Archangel is waiting. That shotgun might be just barely poking out. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if Archangel knows exactly where Silent is ratting right now. Waiting very patiently. We have the cover here on the hatch as well on Conwall. Seeing Cax. Oh yeah, that shotgun is poking out. I knew it. I knew it. That's why you can't have it. You need to have this in the wall. Nades and items are going to be thrown out. Gib gets the kill onto Silent, while Paladin gets knocked out as well by Archangel. Brochill does shut down Gib, but suddenly it's all up to Brochill and 2 beers as Nyx also gets Tyler. Playing outside of the windows. Suddenly it is just dangerous to be playing wherever Tachanka's disciples want to be. We have Nyx on the window. He's been very powerful on that position. Drones are just constantly coming in. He's going to be in the mute. He's hopping into Lodge. He's going to be able to catch anyone off guard. Brochill is watching it. Unfortunately, does not get the kill. Smokes it off as 2B's gets picked off by Mexican Stealth, and Cax takes out Brochill. And that is another round for attack. Kirkaholics now ahead, 3-2. We are now basement, church and arsenal. We continue into the final round before the half, before we swap sides. This will be Tachanka's disciples' attempt to try to even out the round count. See if it quite works. We do have the mirror now. We didn't have mirror last time in basement. So this might make a bit of a difference. It's a standard spot to put the mirror here on blue. I always want to place it crouched because otherwise it can be shot from dirt. If it's crouched, then that box protects it. And we might be seeing a mirror on church, or there might... Oh, it might be inside blue? I'm not sure. No, we're gonna have an inside church mirror. Again, there's plenty of options for mirror windows here on the basement site. Both of these are fine. I would have placed this mirror... Okay, as a mirror player, don't put it in the middle of the wall, guys. Place it, like, right on the edge. Unless there's some sort of meta that I'm unaware of where you need it to the right. This should be on the edge. Anyways, that's me done being pedantic about that. We do have the Tyler swapping to the Aruni, opening up a couple angles, and looks like Two Beers as well. Playing some very aggressive positions, early positions. He does have to give it up. We do have Archangel here on the blitz. Gonna be droning things out. Tyler, the only person on any sort of roam at the moment, as Nyx has a very early entry into top floor. Knows hatches are getting opened. Do know where Nyx is. He's got intel. Gonna be droning out the bottom, or the first floor, as Tyler gets away. Now everyone back on site. You'll know Archangel is on the blitz. Gib does some more droning. Very nice clear. We have chased away all of the defense, but defenders are all up this time around. Archangel, very smart, clears all of the barb and the tools here as Tyler makes their way into dirt. Potentially, if we can keep dirt as well, we have a really nice angle to defend from. Looking to get the next hatches as well. Two Beers is actually prone, and it might be knocked down if they get the hatch open above him. A hatch is open. I think Two Beers is going to be managing. Yeah, Two Beers does get out. Silent knows that Blitz is hanging out somewhere on the bottom floor. We do have plenty of smokes to burn, but I don't know if he'll be spending them just yet. Oh, yep. There's the first one. We'll calm that down a little bit more as Two Beers takes a lot of damage but stays alive. Archangel is looking to rotate potentially. Does decide not to. They want to get the hatch first. Silent trying to continue to lock down the position. Cax walking in through main stairs. A couple more angles opened up from the vertical as Gib looks to flame out the positions. Rochill in a pretty tough spot. He finds, or Two Beers finds one, Tyler finds another. Tack looking a bit in a rough spot, but also so is defense. Solve to Mexican Stealth and Nyx, who drops the bomb, starts planting. Mexican's still above to try to defend this and gets downed. Nyx is not going to be able to get the bomb down, and we are back to 3-3. Defense locking in here. Tachanka's Disciples and Kirkaholics even. Are we going to get another OT round? Or an OT map? As we get to swap sides, we get new bands. It will be Tachanka's Disciples attacking this time. And what do we find? Mira and Maverick. It's interesting that we have the Maverick band. Kirkaholics maybe know something about Tachanka's Disciples, that they like playing Mav. Mav is actually a very powerful operator on club as well, because you can open up a whole bunch of annoying angles. You can open up walls for free, so you don't have to bother banning denial. We will have the full denial ops open though, as it was Azami and Mira that were the chosen bans from Tachanka's Disciples. They're just opting to use the Thatcher to get the walls open. Does leave room and space for a bandit trick, and Archangel does get to play the Clash too. We'll have to see how the top floor defense goes. And again, like I mentioned, with different teams picking different first maps, we see CC and Cash as a first map pick. Kirkaholics not wanting to play the gym bedroom site. But of course, with this kind of setup, it will probably be Jaeger who is holding up on the rafters position here. We do not have an Azami to bunker and make the rafters an absolute monster to attack. It is still quite difficult to push, especially with all of these extra ADSs and the Goyo gadget to try to stall the push. Otherwise, looking like a pretty standard cache setup. There is no real extension. We also leave Conwall soft unless someone's going to be getting it late. This might be a little bit free to open if the Tachanka disciples do spot it. We do have a Monty as well. 2 beers in on the Monty, but it'll be a Monty and Flash standoff, actually. So it'll be quite interesting to see what happens here. Since it is Clash on the rafters, actually, and I don't think any other players are. Well, Cax is still, but playing really tight on the corner as Tyler opts to go open the garage walls.
I picked up the shot.
Bit of a standoff. There's not that many tools either to deal with the Clash shield. I don't see any nades, other than if we want to burn a Thatcher. Any sort of Thatcher utility. Mexican Stealth, though, is chased off since he is flamed away, and we do get the main wall open. We continue to have a standoff here with Gib actually on bottom garage door. Don't know if they've spotted him. He did shoot a drone, so they may have an inkling that that is where he is. Virtual patiently waiting on the breach, seeing if there's anyone on the rafters willing to make a mistake. Archangel has been chased off. Tyler putting some pressure on Gib. Does spray across the wall. You see some flames coming in. He knows where Gib is and gets the pick. There's going to be one more person, I think, wanting to push down the stairs. Mexican Stealth is opting not to go for it, but continues to keep an eye there on that bottom garage doorway. Silence is looking to make their entry. It does take some damage. Leave to Mexican Stealth. Now everyone's in rafters, but we are running out of time, and it's a little bit rough when this is the only place you are, and especially with this... with the walls being where they are. Silent trying to make their way in. We have the Clash just stunning everything. Can't actually do real damage, and it's a little bit dangerous for Silent to be set up like this. But doing some damage. And finally we knock out Archangel. It's all up to Cax and Nyx. Are actually in off positions. He's not ready for Tyler, watching the flank. Very well positioned there. Cax is all alone on the bottom floor. Doesn't have a C4, doesn't have any utility to try to stop that plant. Plant is down. He's got a 1v5 the team. There are a lot of players here low on health. Monty knows where he is. Two Beers is not that low. There's so many angles, and Two Beers just decides, you know what? I can unshield. He's not paying attention to me. This is my fight to take. In the prone as well. And so we continue. Moving over to gym and bedroom. Looks like Kirkaholics figure that basement is actually going to be their tertiary site. They opt also not to try to replay CC Cache either, so we're immediately swapping over.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Where are we going? This setup And we have pretty much the required castle, and Gib is going to be the only denial here with the mute gadget. Looks like Tyler is going to be swapping to the Hibana. But that does mean that this mute setup will deny opening up all of these castle barricades. It doesn't counter a sledge, and that's probably why we saw Kirkaholics on their attacks bringing Nyx on the sledge to make sure to guarantee all of these castle barricades can be opened for free. But now it's going to be denied to Tyler.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
And yet we've got a mute there to stop the wall breach as well. Does look like it's going to be similar defensive setup here from Kirkaholics, and it'll be also a similar clear from Tachanka's Disciples as they choose to pressure into rafters. Nick's actually playing bottom garage as drones are coming in. Two Beers knows that something's up. But he will get away and be able to continue playing top red. There is no shield actually to protect top red. So he's just here to stall as much time, maybe escape if we can. Getting rid of some intel. Honestly, very good time waste here from Nyx. He's just trying to be a pain. He also has a really nice angle here onto the window hop in. The players are not ready for that, but it doesn't matter because Monty is able to just walk straight over to Cash. As Cax tries to put some more pressure on Nyx in a fight with a whole bunch of players here on watching the top red. Decides to actually go down and go below. Might be able to get a pick onto Silent if he's not paying attention, but decides to rotate smart direction. Cax is looking for players, but Paladin has that cover. While Nyx is below, still trying to find something. Has to back all the way up. Probably going to go back to site. As we have Tyler going for the windows. He's going to have to manually punch them all open because, like I mentioned, the mute was there. Slow it all down. Two Beers taking a little bit of chip damage while Silent goes down to Nyx. Tyler does manage to finish off Mexican Stealth, and Gib goes down to Paladin, who's making his way through Logi. Two Beers essentially trying to push Logi as well. It's all up to Archangel and Nyx. Nyx is going for a flank. This flank might be useful, but it doesn't matter. Bro Chill had the intel as Archangel takes out Paladin. He's in a 1v3 now. There is a Monty, though. Be a little bit scary. Ooh, we get a lot. We get a big melee and knocked over by Two Beers. That melee was very unappreciated by that Monty. And we get another attack win from Tachanka's Disciples. That they're looking pretty comfortable here on the attack right now. That Monty doing a lot of work. 5-3. One more round before we get another ban. You know, I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing a Monty ban. I don't think Kirkaholics are very happy with Two Beers right now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs
And
as they
we
can.
get to go all the way to the basement. Kirkaholics rotating every defensive site. Probably just not feeling comfortable at all on the top floor. And again, all three of these sites are very playable. I am biased towards not liking Cash CC, but, you know, plenty of people play it and plenty of people make it work. So I can't really blame them for picking that one first. Walls are gonna have to be done eventually. They're right now working on a lot of the rotates. We also need to make sure hatches are done, as we see Gib going for them. Kitchen and bar done. He's gonna get stock as well, it looks like it.
5 seconds left before insertion.
And Nyx sticking with the Clash. We have Two Beers also continuing to lock in this Monty. And is that Cax or Archangel going for a spawn peek? He is waiting on blue. I'll see if he can catch anyone. I don't think he quite will, as no one's walking to blue right now. Yeah, we're all passing smoothly by. We're not worried. We're not taking any fights there. while Tyler gets dirt open. We have Nyx actually locking this down. Very good position for the Clash to be playing here, just stalling everything out. A standoff. Staring at each other. I don't think we have anyone really to follow up. Clash is coming in. It's Two Beers and Tyler here. They were potentially trying to push dirt, but I feel like this is very much a just give up on it and let it go. We have a really nice position here from Gib to potentially follow up if anyone does manage to take Nyx out. He's going to be droned out. There's a lot of pressure and support here on dirt, but smart to rotate out as we get Arsenal open. Brochill having a drone back to site. Knows it's mostly clear. They're going to have to be careful of Gib and Nyx, all fully stacked up here. Playing the game. Couple angles right there from the hatches. Brochill caught reloading. Doesn't quite get the shot on the vertical. Yeah. And we have the gadget EMP'd right now. We're not going to be able to activate the electricity. Tyler taking out Gib due to fire? Alright, Gib knocked out by friendly fire. To a certain extent, if you would call it that. Execution on Arsenal is coming in soon as Two Beers gets staggered by the electricity. Archangel trying to fight the hatch. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be holding some of these tough angles, potentially wanting to throw some smokes in. We're gonna need to try to push into this Clash, but man, the Clash gadget being on is stalling out attacks so much. There's 30 seconds left. Katz is actually going on the flank. Is anyone gonna be ready for this? As Tyler gets knocked out, Plant is actually going down. Paladin gets away with it. Does die to Nyx though, and Archangel takes out Two Beers as well. Katz does get knocked out, but there are 3 players left. A smoke actually a little bit too late in stalling out the defuse attempt. Archangel needing to walk upstairs to try to stop this. We're gonna have some tapping on the diffuser soon. Nyx has to go for it. Brochill holding the cover. Silent gets the pick onto Nyx. And now it's all to Mexican Archangel. Archangel caught off by the flank cover. Silent getting aggressive. Gets the final pick. Another attack round for Tachanka's Disciples. Very good play out of them so far. 6-3. Tachanka's Disciples now on map point. Are we going to see another 6-6 with Kirkaholics winning 3 defenses? That's pretty much what we saw on Consulate. Does the script following continue? Who knows? I'm guessing we're getting a Monty ban on attack though, because did not look like Kirkaholics had an answer to that. And we get rid of the Clash as well. Alright, delete the shields. We gotta delete all damn shields. We do not accept them into our life. And we go back to gym and bedroom. And how are both of these teams gonna be playing without shields now? Kirkaholics didn't quite rely on the Clash as heavily, I believe. But Two Beers was absolutely putting in work, being able to clear so much space with the Monty. He does still have Blackbeard up, so that is what we are swapping to.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And so we get to see the setup. We actually have no castle for a gym bedroom defense. This is highly unusual. It tends to be the standard that you get the castle to close up all these windows. But we'll have to see what Kirkaholics comes up with. Tubarao and Archangel going to be the only wall denial and wall stalling heck that we've got.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Archangel busy opening up most of the top here. I think he's wanting to be able to throw C4s over the wall for any pushes. Maybe a bit of a change to the CC side as well as we get the hard wall closed off to rafters. They're gonna have to burn a hard breach charge if they want to get this open and walk in through a couple different angles. Again, take is gonna be pretty much exactly the same. It looks like Tyler on the Hibana is actually less useful now because we don't actually need to open any of the window positions. We can just shoot them out. I suspect that's probably what Tyler's job is gonna be. I don't think you want to burn the gadget. Just go shoot them. Just pop them open with your own gun. That'll be all we need. Roadchill getting his drone muted as Paladin tries to push forward. Potentially put some pressure here. Oh, this is gonna have to be a vault, which is gonna be annoying to accomplish. We do smoke out top of red. So Nyx does spot the Blackbeard walking in. Does have to back off. Same with Archangel, top red. They're trying to lock down this position. We have Two Beers just hanging out, you know. And Archangel, meanwhile, gets the C4 onto Paladin. We'll have Two Beers putting some pressure on. You're gonna have to be careful, though, since Nyx... And Archangel's actually below as well, just being an absolute pain. Nyx playing behind Cash. They probably know where he is. If Silent throwing some nades, they are getting hit by the ADS, though. That's a lot of utility wasted. Scared of Archangel here. Two Beers getting hit by impacts. Nyx having to cover. He is not going to be ready for the shot from the side. Brochill flanking him. And now Archangel is getting flash as well from below. Tyler with the cleanup coming from below on main. It's 4v3. There's still a lot of space that needs to be taken, though, with 45 seconds left. Two Beers is trying to push into Logi. Hops in. Looking for a fight with Mexican. Guns up and ooh, doesn't quite manage to take him out as we take him out. Silent taking out Mexican stealth now instead. So up to Gib and Cax try to lock the site in. 20 seconds left though. It's not a lot of time for attack to work with. As never mind! They don't need all that time, as Silent and Brochill just clean up, walk into site, and 2 kills over. 7-3. We are not following the script today here. Tachanka's Disciples winning Kirkaholics map pick. Kirkaholics winning Tachanka's Disciples map pick, though they had to go all the way to OT to take it. So we are going to move over to our break screen. And let's update these standings. All right. We get 7-3 in favor of Tachanka's Disciples, and you will have to give me a moment to just update all of this. Potentially grab some people for interviews. Let's put the music up as we find humans. Nice, perfect. Welcome in, Mexican Stealth.
Holy, scared the crap out of me.
Well, we are here now. And
yeah.
I mean, again, what a match. How are you feeling right now?
I was feeling confident my first match, not so confident the second one.
Fair enough.
Shortest way I could put it.
Yeah. The first match, it did go all the way to overtime, though.
It shouldn't have. We threw a couple rounds.
Yeah,
Can't lie.
yeah. You did let Tachanka's Disciples get away with maybe a few too many defenses, but you did win it in the end. What was your strategy when the rounds swapped and you had to win an attack?
I mean, we just noticed that they were very roam heavy. Our thing going into this game, we noticed right off the first 2 rounds is they take forever. So anybody who plays against them, just sit in a corner. They'll come to you. And giving off that, we just went off that on our attacks. Same thing. Like they just sit in corners and like they take forever to do anything. So it's pretty much easy to counter.
Nice. So giving away the weaknesses of your enemies, always smart.
Oh yeah, there you go, guys. Don't get too aggro.
But yeah, you guys had some really nice plays as well. Pretty confident on the consulate, not quite as much on the clubhouse. What do you guys think that went a little bit wrong in clubhouse?
It's Clubhouse. That's basically it. It's just Clubhouse. Like
But you chose it. Is there a reason you chose it then?
I don't know what happened in the map bans. I don't put
Alright.
myself in there.
Fair
I don't know
enough.
what happened. So
You just
I'm just a
let it
teammate.
happen.
Yeah, I'm just here.
Fair enough.
Oh, I fixed the problem. It was my PC. Your stream was fine.
All right, good to know. The stream
Yeah.
was functional. Always very
The-
nice.
The stream was fine. For some reason, it was on my PS5 controller.
Classic. All right.
Yeah.
Do you have any final words to say to the stream?
Thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't perform.
No, it's okay. That just means next time you're in for like a huge performance. Just watch.
Yeah, next week, whoever we're going against, y'all don't want it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mexican Stealth. We are going to be pulling in
Yes,
Paladin next for the interview. We should be able to bring them in a moment. Welcome in, Paladin. All right.
Hello.
Clubhouse.
Yeah.
How are you
a little bit
feeling?
Better.
Yeah.
Much better. Our attacks were just we said, "Hey Jerry, you want to be a shield?" And he felt
That
bad
was
the entire
a
time.
perfect round of attacks. It was just 4 straight attacks and no problems whatsoever. And you gotta give it to the shield play was impeccable.
Well, we felt bad, and then we saw they brought Clash like 3 of the 4 round attacks, and so
Yeah.
at that point.
I was not surprised to see the Monty and the Clash ban after the half.
No, we were so sick of dealing with that Clash, like, but it's, at a certain point we just kind of figured out, like, at least on my end, I was
It
not
didn't
shooting
stop
back.
you?
Yeah, I was not shooting back, so we were just planting that. We were just aggressive. We were making sure we took the fight to them. That was our biggest issue on Consulate, was we just felt like they were dictating the pace.
Yeah.
And so we just dictated it on club, and it worked out.
Yeah, definitely on Consulate. You guys did manage to bring it all the way to OT, but didn't quite manage to close it out. What was your thought process when you guys were down 3-6 on Consulate and you knew you had to win those next 3 defenses?
We just knew that we needed to start swinging, because at that we were just being really passive and letting them use their util without getting in their face. So like since I was already so negative, I was just putting myself in a rage cage in the middle of sight as Fenrir. Like, I'm shooting so much and pre-firing so much that I literally ran out of ammo in my gun. And my entire purpose is to just waste time.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah, it was effective. Unfortunately, you weren't quite able to pull it out, but you still got yourselves a point by taking it to OT.
That SMG-11 on Amaru is gonna haunt me forever. I'm literally trying to shoot that. That's gonna hurt me for a very long time. But
yeah,
we're happy to get the 4 points. I think, well, we only have 2 games left. All we're looking at is making sure we get the playoffs, and then we can relax. And It's been
That-
difficult because of how much team changes we've had. Like the only person left on our team that's silent actually drafted is Jerry.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
so
So lots of
it-
lots of team shenanigans going on, but I would have to say not a bad performance out of you guys.
we just need to get more confident, and that's gonna happen the more we play together. Like the more this team plays together, I think the better and better we're going to get. And you kind of saw that in this match. Like this was the first time we had this five together for 2 games in a row, like the entire season. And Consulate started off rocky and got better, and then Clubhouse, our defenses were a little rough, but then obviously those attacks. I mean, we worked really well together. We were communicating really well, and we just did a good job.
Yep, gotta say, very impressive. Congrats on the win on Clubhouse. Do you have any final statements for the stream?
I don't think I have any final statements. Just I think we all want to be better, and we're all going to be better. And when we get to playoffs, the teams that beat us and made it look easy, I don't think it's going to be as easy for them the second time.
All right, thanks, Paladin. Also, I hope to see you in the casting chair soon too, since I saw
Yeah,
you just got in. Yeah,
Yeah, my appointment finally went through. Someone found the application.
let's go. Congrats to you, and I think we're gonna be closing out the stream now. So thank you everyone for watching. This is TBI League Week 5. We saw Tachanka's Disciples versus Kirkaholics. It will be Tachanka's Disciples that get 4 points since they won Clubhouse 7-3, and they did manage to get to OT on Consulate, while Kirkaholics go home with 2 points, winning Consulate in OT 8-6. Thank you everyone for watching, and this is TBI League.